I've heard some people say, oh, so you're doing a creature film. And I think that's a bit of a misnomer.
I guess we wanted to use Australian talent, you know, as well as American talent.
We came down, looked at all the locations, met the crews, and just decided this was a great place to do it.
We also found that we could completely duplicate South Carolina, which is where the picture takes place on an island off the coast of South Carolina. So all the necessary locations, the oil derricks, the oil refinery, the island, the beaches, the cane fields, everything that was written coincidentally in the script existed in Australia.
It's one of the most intelligent creature films that we'd seen.
We're starting with an attractive cast.
Billy is adorable, I must say. I'm working with very attractive men in this film.
Anybody that I hired on the film was hired because I felt they were very talented, felt they knew what they were doing, and you let them do it. Don't defy them to do it. Let them do their best work, and it's only going to make me look good.
And everyone felt this was the right project at the right time.
After looking at it closely, I decided that it would be a great script and movie to kind of reinvent the special effects that we see in movies today, in a smaller budgeted movie, but putting in the A+ kind of special effects that we're used to seeing on bigger movies. The storyline is basically about a child who gets traumatized through the death of his parents. He has a summer island that he visits regularly each summer, and things start changing as development starts taking over on the island.
I play Patrick, who is the kid who goes to the island with his family every summer.
Some years ago, some eggs were dropped off on this island by we don't know who, and they've grown into these full-size creatures that have become a problem for the oil company that inhabits the island and also anybody who might want to visit.
And his parents get killed by these Komodos when we go there for our vacation, a summer vacation.
And this little boy who gets traumatized is started to be treated by a doctor, a psychiatrist, who's Jill Hennessy.
I played Dr. Victoria Juno, who is a psychiatrist. The case she's dealing with in this film is probably the most challenging she's ever had.
They think you're beyond help, Patrick.
So?
And proves to be even more difficult the more she gets through the film.
What are these things? I mean, what the hell is going on here?
It's not perceived as a creature movie, it's perceived as a psychological thriller. The creatures are part of it, but there is a great story behind it.
It's probably close to what Hitchcock had always liked to do, which is take ordinary people, put them in extraordinary circumstances, and watch how these circumstances weigh on them and how they react to these circumstances.
One of the things that I always paid close attention to was objective and subjective filmmaking, where you want the audience to sit back and watch something that's going on, and that once again gets them fairly comfortable and removes them from a story that's going on. And then as you start moving the camera and you start moving them with the camera, they start becoming a part of what's going on in the scene, and they feel more affected by what's going on in the scene. Effectively, in that scene, the entire audience is running through the grass with Patrick, absolutely in fear of what's going on, and you never, if you think about it, see much. It's all movement. Only when you let them sit down and all calm down and their breath kind of, slow down, that's when you strike, and that's how the pacing and those kinds of scares work so well. In post, we want to make sure we hear his feet coming in and you think it's the creature. Yeah.
Buster. Buster, come here, boy.
You can scare people. I wouldn't be hurt if I scared the crap out of somebody.
With Jill, we also had looked at her background, the films that she had done. She'd done theatrical films directed by directors like Ron Howard, but also did 3 years of television. And so is aware of the camera and aware of the grueling kind of production necessary to produce television series.
We went on a search for an actor that we thought would be
I don't know.
new kind of a star, a new leading man.
Of course, physiology's not really the reason they're so dangerous right now.
What is it?
They're starving. Drilling poison the environment, they got nothing to eat. Never met Jill before, but she's now one of my favorite people. And Kevin Zegers as well. Just, you know, I couldn't have been more fortunate with the rest of the cast.
Well, we wanted to keep it fairly simple, and I think that's what we've done. And we wanted the two characters to have a lightness about them, like any two guys, any two friends have, even in the face of adversity, like a Komodo dragon breathing down your neck.
These wounds are severely infected. Is this venom?
It's a little more complex than that. It's like
It's drool.
Their saliva did this?
Their drool is a culture medium for paracolonic bacteria, including Proteus morgani and Proteus mirabilis.
Did you hear that? He just said Proteus mirabilis.
One of the biggest challenges was casting a child or a young adult in this movie because there's so few that we can find that can pull off the performance and act. And so I looked a lot and had worked with a few. And when I saw Air Bud, believe it or not, I saw Kevin and thought, geez, he must be the right age. And found him and looked at some pictures, and from then on he was easy. He was always going to be Patrick in the movie, so it was just a matter of fighting hard enough to get him.
We go through a lot of trauma together in this film, and I can't think of a better person to go through that trauma with than Kevin Zegers.
The Komodo dragons are an animal, very much the only living dinosaur. They still exist off the coast of Indonesia.
If we brought a Komodo dragon in this room right now, the first thing it would try and do is kill us and eat us, and then it would leave and try and kill and eat something else.
I'm getting like this with the Komodos, let me tell you. Oh, God.
No real Komodos were used in the filming of the movie.
I think the things that are particular to this project is that there is such an enormous amount of animatronics, which is, you know, the mechanics and the latex creatures.
You know, we have master puppeteers here working the lizards, and when they're coming at you, they're coming at you. It's not, you don't really have to fake it. And with the 15-footer on top of me, it's, you know, weighs a couple 100 pounds. There's really no acting involved.
Obviously, it's great to have the actual because there's nothing better than having a head, a puppet head, attacking an actor, because when they see this thing coming towards them, it's scary. All I can say is that when a member of the production office was with me and we were watching the first tests of them and it started walking towards us, we both started backing off. It was a minute before we thought, wait a minute, these are just rubber creatures.
Yeah, I was really scared, but then when I saw the guy poking at the back of him, it was pretty easy, so.
And also there's a crossover with computer graphics, which has to be seamless. So what's been fantastic working with Cox and Tippett is the fact that is their understanding of how to blur that line between computer graphics and action.
It was very much done in the same spirit of Jurassic Park, where the ambulatory or moving big action money shots were the computer graphic shots, and the close-ups, or if you were seeing something moving behind, some blades of grass or a shadow, were more consigned to the robotics or cable-driven rubber Komodos.
Phil has done a lot of work with dinosaurs and alien creatures and things like that. That's good. So you can see, Randy, here, when the tongue comes out and that you make sure you kill it down like that, right? Is that what your plan was?
Yeah, down. Just something that will really read against his face. If it comes down.
Yeah, and just see how the light strikes the tongue.
If we do our job right, you'll never know that there are special effects in the movie. It's not a special effects movie at all. So if we seamlessly put all the pieces together, you'll really believe that the Komodo dragon lives, and you'll forget about it as soon as you see it, and you won't even be thinking of the special effects.
Oh, I think there's something for everybody. Yeah, you got, especially for American families, because you got your creatures, you got a little bit of violence, and no sex.
The audience for this film would be anybody that likes to be suspensefully scared. So it could be, anyone from the 13-year-old on his first date to an adult who wants to see first-class
special effects in a great movie that tells a story and is believable.
It's all tricks, mirrors.